Okay, we are now in problem number 12, and it is TEKS 8.12D. It says Molly Davis's new job will invest $7,500 in a retirement account that compounds annually at a rate of 8%. If Molly makes no other deposits or withdrawals, which amount is closest to the interest she will have earned in 6 years? Okay, so I know two things from this question. The first thing that stands out is this is going to be a problem about interest. Okay, we're going to underline that because that's a key word. What kind of interest? Simple or compound? Well, it says it's going to be compounded annually, so I know it's compound interest, okay? Before we go any further, I want to go ahead and I want to look at our formula. Our formula says that A equals P, parentheses, 1 plus R exponent T, okay? This is the formula for compound interest. This formula represents the total amount, which is the principal and the interest put together, okay? We'll get to why that's important later on in the video. P stands for the principal, rate is for R, and T equals time, okay? So what that means is that we are simply going to need to find what we need and plug it in. One key thing, if we have a rate and there's a percentage next to that number, I don't care what the number is, if there's a percentage next to it, we are going to divide it by 100 to get a decimal, okay? What I'm going to do now is we're going to go back and identify what our principal, our rate, and our time is. So here's what I have. Molly Davis's new job will invest $7,500. That's the initial amount. That's what their beginning investment is going to be. So I know that $7,500 represents the principal. Okay, let's keep going. It compounds annually at a rate at 8%. 8% I know is going to be my rate. So I'm going to put an 8%. 8%. Okay? Now, there's a percentage next to that number. Okay? Some of you guys know how to move the decimal. Some of you do not. I am taking no chances. What we're going to do before we move any further is we're going to go ahead and we're going to convert this now so I can plug it in when I'm ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 8% by 100. So to do that, you go to your scratch pad. You simply put 8 divided by 100. Enter. I'm going to push Control Enter to get my decimal, which is 0.08. That's much better. This is a number I can work with. 0.08. Okay, now let's keep going. See, we can't find our time. It says which amount is closest to the interest she will have earned in 6 years. Okay, so 6 years is going to be my time. I found everything I need for my formula. I'm ready to plug in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my equation first. I'm going to put 7,500 parentheses 1 plus R, which was 0.08. That's my rate. With my exponent, I know I need to put in a 6. Okay. So now that I have my formula set up, I'm ready to put it in my calculator and see what I get for compound interest. So let's go ahead and let's do so. Here's what we got. I have 7,500 parentheses 1 plus 0.08. I'm going to close my parentheses. Now I'm going to put an exponent in of 6 because I know it's 6 years. And I'm going to push enter. The answer I get is 11,901.6. I'm going to write that. 11,901.6. Now again, kids, this 11,901.6 represents the total amount, which is the principal and the interest, okay? The question says, what's the interest? I don't want the total amount. I want the interest. So because I want the interest, I need to do something. To get simply the interest earned, you subtract the compound interest and the beginning principal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 11,901.6 and subtract it by the principal that I started with, which was $7,500. When I do this calculation, it's going to give me the interest. So let's go ahead and let's do that. 11,901.6 minus 7,500, enter. So the interest earned after the 6 years is 4,401.6, okay? Now, I don't see 4,401.6, okay? Obviously, the number is rounded. I do see something very, very close to it, which is 4,401.56. This is my answer, and I know it's my answer because of the key word closest. It's pretty spot on, kids. It's a simple rounding, okay? So my answer is G. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Spider-Man tell him. Peace out.